Welcome everyone to the 2021 Clash of the Canyons, presented by Discmania, here in Lockport, Illinois at Delwood Park.
This is a Silver Series event on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. We're excited to be out at this really wooded track. I'm Sarah Holcomb here with Deanne Carey.
One of our main sponsors is Infinite Disc.
We are in the round 2 of the front 9, and we've got a star-packed group. Holly Finley from Team Innova, the champion of this tournament in 2018. We've got Kristin Tattar playing for Latitude 64, who is the 2019 U.S. Women's Champion. Juliana Korver from Team Innova showing off her Frisbee skills. 5-time world champion, recently back on tour. And Sarah Gilpin playing for Dynamic Discs, who you might have seen on the lead card coverage of the World Championships just recently. Scores are pretty tight. What do we got?
Right now we have Holly and Kristin at 2 down. Juliana's right behind them at 1 down. Okay, first off we have hole 1. This is a 600-foot par 4. Most everybody's going to want to go through this right gap that you're flying through with something overstable just to get down to that landing zone. Maybe you have a straight look, try to get a 3. But most people are going to be happy with a 4 here.
That river on the right comes into play really quickly as you get closer to the green, and really tough landing zones to get that birdie.
First to the tee from Verona, Wisconsin, Holly Finley.
Holly pushing it a little bit right, but gets all the way down there, almost to the flat ground.
Next to the tee. And let's also give her some birthday wishes from Estonia, Kristin Tattar.
Whoa, Kristin getting all the way down there. She looks like a little pinched on that right side.
Juliana Korver.
Do you take the right gap or the left gap?
I take the right gap. I've only ever seen a few people take the left gap, and it's because they threw the sidearm through it.
This looks great. Juliana puring the gap, getting way up there. That's going to make that second shot way easier.
Yeah, she's going to have a good look at the basket.
From Solon, Iowa, Sarah Gilpin.
A lot of support for Sarah out here. She's somewhat of a regional pro in this area, so I think a lot of players or spectators are familiar with her game. The crowd loves it. Oh, late tree. One of many trees on the latter part of this first shot. This is very technical with that river on the right. She needs it to stay in the turn and not cut roll. Oh, that was a nice bounce.
Sat in the middle. Holly looks like she has a pretty good line here.
Throwing her stud. Oh, that'll leave her well outside of circle 2.
Kristin going with the wide sidearm here.
It's not a lot to get through here. I mean, getting to the basket is nearly impossible. So she's just going to be pitching around the corner.
Yeah.
And we'll have to settle for a par. Gilpin's third. Ooh, this looks good.
Yep, and that'll be good. She'll have a pretty good inside the circle putt right there.
Yeah, 15-footer or something like that. That's a great par look. And Juliana just on her second throw right here. We might get to see a birdie. Ooh, I like it. All right, inside the circle. We didn't see any birdies on this hole in the first round. So I'm excited to see if Juliana can put that one in.
It's a pretty challenging hole.
Ooh.
But with that backstop, I
Uh-oh.
feel like you'll be
Sit.
able to run it really good.
And Kristin for a long look at birdie.
Okay.
Whew, little slope on that green that even a slight kind of knife edge can give you an OB on that
yeah.
right side. Juliana for birdie.
Oh, so close.
And Sarah to clean up her par. Solid putt. Nice to start with a little confidence builder that's not too far away from the basket.
Yeah. Holly in for her par.
Slam it in there.
Yeah.
Making sure that basket is secure.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Ooh. A little low left, but in the basket.
Yep.
Well, excellent. Everybody's going to get their pars. This is such a tough hole. We didn't see any birdies on this card, but somebody got the birdie on her card.
Yeah, it was a pretty awesome shot.
So Deanne, she's being humble.
Yes.
She got the birdie. And it's the only birdie we've seen in the field, the entire field, for both of the first two rounds. On to hole 2. This one is a par 4, 500 feet. There is a Mando on the left. You need to go right of that pole. The first shot is a distance shot, trying to actually get to the right of where this camera angle is taking us. And then there is another Mando on the left side, which you have to go right of to get down to this green. So it's basically a big horseshoe that goes up a hill and then back down a hill. And that sidewalk on the right side is out of bounds. Holly will be up first. It's looking like Katana.
That's looking pretty good. Needs to miss those trees. Yep. And she'll be in a really good spot.
Kristin throwing the Grace. Puts it up pretty high. But that is really well executed. She's going to have a nice hyzer backhand down to the pin. Juliana is cutting the corner a little tight. She may have that may be difficult to actually get all the way around the corner and to the basket, but she is safe. We'll just have to navigate that second mandatory. Whew. Narrowly missing the Mando, but she is good to go. Also right over there by Juliana. A little pinched. I like to be further up the hill, kind of where Kristin is.
Yeah, because then you can actually throw...
Ooh, tight around the Mando.
Oh.
Sit.
Such a good shot.
Outside the circle behind the basket for the birdie. Holly with a nice shot.
Oh, stayed in bounds. Good.
She'll have a couple hundred feet to approach the pin. Gilpin needs this to go really far left. And she is just laying up at this point. Yep. Playing it safe. I like that play from that position. Juliana will have a similar look. Same strategy with a putter.
Yep. And she'll have a pretty good upshot from there.
Holly with her stud down the hill hits a tree but is inside the circle. Gilpin just kind of putting her head out there, peeking at the basket a couple times. Always tough to throw shots when you actually can't see the basket.
Yeah.
Like blind shots, you know, you're just trying to envision the line, but without actually seeing the basket,
Sometimes you just have to hope and pray.
Juliana with a long putt. I'm just laying it up. Ooh, and Kristin for the birdie. Kind of airs it out, leaving herself a little comebacker.
Holly for par. Yep.
Nice speed on that putt, too. Sarah tapping in for par along with Juliana. No birdies on the lead card, but we did see one on the chase card. Miss Stacy Haas, or Haas, apologize if I said her last name incorrectly. She's about, I think, 17, headed to Junior Worlds next week, and she is a bomber.
That's such a good birdie. Moving on to hole 3, this is a 335-foot par 3. You have OB going down the left side along those trees. There's OB around the basket, and then to the right you see that canyon wall. That's really just going to stop some errant shots that go over to the right. But most players, you could either throw a back or a sidearm or just a backhand to float it down there and try to get inside the circle.
I think the sidearm is way easier.
I only throw sidearm on this hole.
What?
Yes.
Well, Holly's saying no thank you. She's throwing her stud down this hill.
And this looks phenomenal.
Tracking right at...
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. That was a foot from an ace. Nice shot, Holly. Kristin opting for the sidearm with her verdict. Park job. Juliana throwing the putter with her namesake. Looks like it's a little high. That needs to sit. Out of bounds. That is the same exact throw she did on the first round, but she made the comebacker for her 3, so we shall see. Gilpin with the sidearm.
That looks good.
Coming in at the pin. Ooh,
Oof.
Also
Too
deep.
long.
Juliana coming back for par after the penalty.
Yep.
Very nice putt. Sarah with the same concept. Beautiful. I love how simple her putting style is.
Yeah.
Not a lot of extra movement, center chains. Holly cashing in the birdie after the near ace.
Yeah. I want to see this hole be aced.
Oh, it could. We got one more round out here. Have there been any aces in the field on any of the divisions?
I haven't heard of any.
Okay. There's probably only a few holes that are really aceable.
Looks like after hole 3, we have Holly and Kristin at 1 down for the round, and Juliana and Sarah at even.
Next is hole 4, 678 feet. Most players are going to throw a hyzer around this outside, landing in front of this tee pad, hoping to get about here, and that'll leave about 375 or 400 feet to get to the pin, which is tucked into these trees, both blocker trees on the right and the left. There is also out of bounds lining both the left and the right. So players, if they get a little squirrely on their shots, could find some penalty strokes. Holly up first, looking like Destroyer. Ooh, little inside. But in the short grass. There was a tree down in practice right where that disc landed, but the Parks Department came and got rid of it before the tournament started. So good on them.
I heard the tree was going to be gone, so I practiced purposely throwing behind it.
Well, that's a smart veteran move there. Kristin with a great shot with her defender. Juliana with a turn
Ooh.
that gets away from her, and she will be out of bounds on that right side. Sarah with an evader, trying to evade that OB, which she does. So Juliana's got over 400 feet to the pin here.
Yeah.
So she just wants to put this in bounds, trying to save the bogey at this point. She's still going to have 200, 250 to get there from that position.
This is a pretty tough hole.
Really tough to birdie. We did see Kristin get this one in the first round, though.
We'll see if she can do it again maybe in this one.
Sarah with a beautiful flexing backhand. Holly, that looked like a katana. Popping it to the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So can Kristin do this again? We'll see. Oh, it needs to turn. Oh, outside the circle. Still a chance.
Still a chance.
Gilpin opting for the sidearm. I like this play. It's a very well-rounded player.
I've played with her for a while, and she has both throws dialed in.
Oh, Juliana doesn't like it. Throws it a little low. Leaves herself an edge of the circle putt to save her bogey. Holly with a studly approach. And Kristin trying to peer this shot for birdie. Go! So close.
Almost.
Juliana for the 5. Get it.
Oh.
Chain out. Ah, that'll be a double. Sarah, man, she gets so much pop.
She does.
And it's so flat. I love watching her putt. Folks, take notes because she's got a great stroke. Kristin tapping in the par. So 3 pars and a double. That's going to drop Juliana back to +2 for the round. And Holly and Kristin are still knotted up on the lead.
Yep.
And this is your favorite hole, right?
I love this hole.
All right.
It's just so pretty.
Tell us
Going
about
into
it.
hole 5, this is a 295-foot par 3. The water that we're about to fly over right now is out of bounds, but you just want to hit something through that gap. There's really no trouble once you get over to the other side, and so just try to get it up there as close as you can to for a birdie.
Yeah, well within range for most of the women.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to see some scoring on this hole. Holly up first. That needs to flip more. Oh no! Oh, it stays dry.
Inbounds.
And Kristin hit a tree on this one yesterday. Going with the claymore. This is a similar line, and she hits the same tree. Does it stay safe? I don't know. We shall see.
We will find out.
Gilpin with the escape. There it is.
Oh, that thing turns
a little bit
nicely.
low, but she's inside this, close to the circle's edge, and she hasn't missed a putt yet. So I'm thinking she might bang this one. Juliana with the Roadrunner, getting a decent amount of turn, and inside the circle.
Yeah. Here's Holly for her approach for par.
That looked like a Mako. She Makoing it like look easy. That didn't really work.
Good try though.
Makoing it look easy?
That sounded better when you slowed it down.
Okay. All right.
So I'm guessing she did go out of bounds.
It's looking like the disc is wet. Nice recovery. And Gilpin for birdie. Oh, the first miss of this round. Actually, she was outside the circle. I thought she was a little closer. Juliana for the birdie. Also airs it out a bit. It's a bit of a missed off opportunity here.
Mm-hmm.
There's not too many holes that most players can even get the birdie on, and this is certainly one of them.
This is definitely one that you want to get.
I'm playing as the 11th most difficult hole, so in the top half of the birdieable shots. And Kristin will go back one with that bogey. That gives Holly the lead outright.
Yep. Right now, Holly's at 1 down for the round. Kristin is at even, along with Sarah at even, and Juliana is at 2 over.
this is Leah Sinagini, and we're at Clash of the Canyons at Delwood Park. We're gonna do a preview for hole 6. It's a 365-foot par 3. We're gonna be starting out with a high elevated tee. We're going to be going around this tree branch area over here. So righty backhands are gonna hyzer around the tree and try to put about 400 feet of power onto it to finish inside the circle. There is water behind the pin, so dangerous birdie putts ahead. Most people are gonna either birdie or par.
Aw, thanks to Leah for giving us that little breakdown. She's a lefty, so she's probably going sidearm on this one.
Yeah.
But not Holly. Holly's putting it out there nice and low.
She wants it to get up.
Scooting up there. Not really much of a look for birdie, but should be a simple par. Ooh, I was wondering what Sarah does here. Yeah. I'm surprised she doesn't throw the backhand.
I believe she was always the more sidearm dominant player. And then in the past year, she's really worked in her backhand.
I mean, I am even throwing a backhand on this hole.
Well then.
Sarah, we're going to have a talk.
Yeah.
I want to see what her strategy is. So Juliana throwing it a bit high and inside, gets the kick down and is safe.
That looks really good from Kristin.
With the defender getting a nice skip up there. Wow.
She got that straight kick again.
Like 15-footer. Excellent. Yes. Ooh, this is
a tricky gap.
Scary shot. Oh, and that's a groundhog.
Oh.
There's a bunch of them out here.
Yeah.
He's got a little scratch on his back. Itch on his back. She's like, what do I do?
There's a groundhog in front of my life.
I mean, just play the course as it is, right? I mean, she can't move the thing, can she? No, I guess she can.
She can try to get him
there
to move,
so
she wouldn't be moving.
There he goes, down into the river. We'll see if he pops his little head out there, working her. And she gotta hit that gap, and then it's still gotta be moving left. And she does
That's a good shot. Should be inside the circle for that one.
Gilpin from pretty far away, 80 foot, puts it close.
Okay.
Excellent. Juliana for par. Great recovery, especially after missing the birdie before and then the double before that. Kristin, who's the only birdie on this hole yesterday, gets it again, along with 17-year-old Stacy Haas and Casey Glade, the local hero.
Yeah.
Holly and Sarah just tap it in the par. So that puts Kristin right back up there, tying Holly again for the lead, with Juliana and Sarah 4 back.
Next we have hole 7. This is a 670-foot par 4. In my mind, it feels like one of the hardest holes on the course. This amphitheater that you're flying over, all of that concrete there is out of bounds, along with there's an out of bounds road lining the entire left side of the fairway. Then you get to this fence right here. Of course, the concrete is out of bounds. Then you have to throw over that to get to the basket pretty far away.
Yeah, almost playing like a par 5. Maybe a soft par 5, but we didn't see any birdies on it yesterday, and you're right, it is the second most difficult hole on the course. Oh, oof. No! Get safe.
Oh, safe.
Oh, she threw out of bounds right into this that little auditorium area, yesterday. And so then the correction left her still over by there. But she's thrown that shot before because that's almost exactly where her lie was. Holly. She looked like she got worked a bit there. Was there something? I wonder if there was something going on.
I'm not sure. Oh, Sarah, this is looking good.
With the escape.
Mm-hmm.
Juliana with her turn. Wow. Some contagious misexecution.
Yeah.
Holly needs to get this as far as she can up there. The ideal landing zone is just before that wooden fence. But she hits so early, it's hard to get all the way up there. Juliana also with the early hit. Throwing the leopard up the hill.
Yeah, this hole you really want to get your second shot as close to that fence as possible. If not, you could be looking at bogey at best.
Mm-hmm. Kristin laying up to the top of the hill, leaves it a little short still. She probably wanted to throw a fairway instead of that mid. Now Sarah in good position. Ooh, I think that was a little right of where she was aiming. But she's in safe position. So Holly, it looks like she's going for trying to get over the fence. Going for it. Oh, no.
Oh,
Just
so
short.
close.
That is a penalizing throw.
Juliana looks like she's going to run it.
This is probably 300 feet to the pin at
Yeah.
this point. Oh, no. That looks a little right.
Is it?
Get safe.
Should be in bounds?
Get safe. I don't know. We're going to see. Gilpin with a technical turnover. Needs to keep flexing. And now sit. Oh,
Such
wow.
a good shot.
This is Kristin's third. Looking like verdict. Wow. Also parks it for the par.
Mm-hmm.
Holly taking the penalty stroke. Now her fourth shot. And that'll be good for the single bogey. So it looks like Juliana was safe by quite a bit, in fact. And Sarah, who played this masterfully, gets the par. Juliana for the single bogey. Oh, and Holly with the double. I guess I was wrong on that.
Kristin tapping in her par. A par feels like a birdie to me on this hole.
I agree. I mean, it really plays as a tweener. No birdies today, no birdies yesterday. Maybe we'll see something on the final
Hopefully.
round, possibly.
We shall see.
But that drops Holly back. Now, Kristin has a lead outright by 2 strokes, moving on to hole 8. This is a par 3, 408 feet. Plays really far downhill. There's some trees encroaching on that left side to kind of block that shot. And then there's a river on the right and behind it. A lot of players are going to play this safe and just try to get the par. But if you've got a booming sidearm, you might be able to get a look at this pin. Or you could take the backhand turnover. That is incredibly risky.
Yeah, it's very scary. Looks like Kristin's going to go for that backhand turnover.
She's throwing a claymore, so I'm assuming she's not going at the pin.
Looks like she's just trying to lay it up there. Okay.
Sarah going with that turnover, and she got this birdie in the first round. So I can see why. It was a great shot. Juliana with the Roadrunner.
That needs to sit down.
Oh, throws it past the basket into the OB as you watch her Roadrunner float down the river. Bummer.
Holly looks like she's just trying to get one down there. Yep.
Nice safe play outside circle 2. Kristin with a nice approach. She did bogey it yesterday because of an errant approach, so I'm sure she's going to be happy to get this par today.
Ooh.
Ooh, leaving herself a little tester right back at the water. Sit. Looks good. Speed control.
Oh, and that's okay.
Holding their breath. And Juliana outside circle 1, but with a look at the basket to save her par, doesn't want any of that. Yeah, that river's pretty quick behind it. Holly trying to recover from that double on the last hole. Flashes chains, and that looked like it went OB, but
Such a scary putt.
did that go OB? Oh, it did. Yikes.
Oh.
Oh, no. Seeing the wheels come off a little bit here for Miss Finley.
Sarah in for a nice par.
So a disappointing triple for Holly. That takes her back to over par. Kristin with the par sitting well in the lead now at a -3. Juliana getting the single bogey going.
We have hole 9, a 338-foot par 3. You have a rushing creek, river, whatever you want to call it. It just depends on the day. Going down the entire left side, but then you also have all of the shoal and all of that going down the right side of it too. It's a good sidearm hole to just pop something up on a little hyzer to get it to go, but I just play it safe usually and just throw a mid-range. I don't want anything to do with this hole.
Yeah, we have yet to see a birdie on this hole just so far. Kristin with a great sidearm has an opportunity with a good roll. Look at that. Go, go, go. Wow.
She will be edge of the circle.
That is the closest shot I have seen to this pin. Sarah also utilizing her sidearm, throwing her grace. Ooh, little inside, catches a tree. And we're not sure.
Not sure.
That's going to take a group call.
Holly, I believe, is going her DX Mirage.
Oh, got a kick and ooh.
Oh.
That's gonna be a penalty. Oh man, when you see Juliana reaching for the sidearm, you know she's
Yeah.
not in a good position. But look at that.
Why doesn't she bring it on more? That was great.
Good question. I don't know. We're gonna have to ask her.
Yeah. Holly bringing out that sidearm too.
Not the position these ladies would like to be in right now. I want to hear from the audience. Do you throw the sidearm when you have to, or do you just pitch it up there? What's your go-to, like, get out of trouble if you're not a sidearm thrower? What disc are you throwing for that kind of a shot?
I know I am primarily a backhand thrower, but here recently I've been throwing the sidearm more.
What are you throwing mostly?
The pig.
The pig. Okay.
Yeah.
Just hogging it up there.
Yeah. It just sits. It doesn't roll. It's great.
So Kristin with a look at birdie. Get in there. Oh no. Oh,
Okay.
And it's safe. Wow. That was a great shot off the tee, though. Giving her even a look at it. So no birdies in the field today. And actually, this hole played as the hardest hole on the course. It's certainly playing that way for this card. You know, it's going to be 2 doubles and a single. Gilpin playing the really safe shot is going to have the only par. So, I mean, par is good today.
Par is very good on this hole.
Oh, 3 doubles, excuse me. Wow. Our lead card really struggling with this relatively short hole. I feel like there's a lot more difficult holes on this course.
Yeah.
Juliana with the single bogey. Okay, so she was not out of bounds.
Okay, so she was inbounds.
She was
Okay.
safe then. Wow, so a lot going on this front 9.
Yeah.
Tattar still sitting 1 under par. Gilpin not too far back. And Juliana and Holly well over par. Man, the back 9 is going to be very interesting.
I am very excited to see it.
Well, thank you guys for joining us. And again, let us know, what is that sidearm disc that you're throwing? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Gilpin looks like she's throwing a harp there. Juliana looking as svelte as ever. And our big boomer, Kristin. Holly with the puff pony.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Thanks for watching. You'll see you on the back 9.